talking about
Here we are.
James Cameron's Alien,
Oh, sorry. Just walk.
1972.
Water bottle.
Oops.
You want to just start over? Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, we're a little out of practice. It's only been 2 days since we recorded our last episode. We're coming at you with the newest release in the Alien franchise.
Yeah.
Yep, the original
The
Alien.
newest one.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to just start it right off with saying I think that there was something in Ridley Scott's mind after he released this movie that said, you know what? I'm not really satisfied with that. I'm going to make a bunch more.
Yes. I agree. Was this his second movie?
That he's made?
Yeah. I think, was this his second movie?
I don't
I
know.
can't remember right now. I want to say it was, because I know he got this movie because the producers were impressed with what he did with his first film called The Duelist. I'm trying to find his filmography here.
Oh, I've got it.
Pretty sure that. Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, this can't be right. Oh, here we go. It's got Blade Runner first. No, it's The Duelists. Then there was a couple of shorts, a couple of TV episodes that he did. So yeah, this was his first feature film after The Duelists.
So his second feature film. That's cool, because this is a really, really good movie.
Yeah, it is. It is, but like, well, I mean,
oh my God, you didn't like this?
No, I mean, I liked it.
This is your first.
Fine.
I know this was your first time watching it.
Right. Yeah. That's the case. This is my first time watching it, and I liked it fine. I like it, but by no means do I find this to be an exceptional movie. Like,
oh my God,
no, don't say that, because you don't either.
My God,
you don't find this to be exceptional. You find it to be average at best.
No, I disagree. I think it's really great. Oh,
Hey,
this is gonna be one of those episodes.
Well, now I'm looking at his. Now I got sucked into his filmography, and I realized that he directed the 1984 commercial for Apple in 1984.
Yeah, 1984.
They said don't let 1984 be like 1984.
Yeah,
that was Ridley Scott.
That was him, dude.
Wow, that's crazy. Probably because they saw Blade Runner and were like, that's exactly what we want.
Well, I got a question then, because if you didn't like this, I'm trying to think, what do you think of Ridley Scott as a whole, like with his filmography? What do you think about his filmography as a whole? Like, what do you think about him as a director? And from what you have watched, I don't know what all the
Hannibal,
stuff that you watched from him.
I loved it.
Wait,
Gladiator.
He did Hannibal?
Yeah.
God.
I'm looking through his stuff right now. Dude,
I did not like Hannibal.
I loved Prometheus. Like, I think Prometheus is awesome.
I like Prometheus.
Now, here's what I've dipped into Raised by Wolves a little bit, and I think it's fine. Like, I'm telling you right now, I don't have a problem with Alien. What I'm saying is, and all of the like research that I've done into it now that I've seen it, like watching directors like interviews and stuff like that, like, I don't think that there's anybody out there who thinks Alien is an exceptional film. I think it's got more of a cult following than anything. I think that
okay, so there are people out there that do think it was an exceptional film.
No, I don't think those people think it's exceptional. I think that they just like it.
I think it's an exceptional film.
No, you don't.
I think
not. You're saying that for the sake of argument.
I swear to God, I'm not saying that at all. Listen, here's the thing. I really love this movie. Part of it might be nostalgia because I grew up with this film. So I don't know, maybe I need to take a few steps back, but I have to say this movie is fantastic. I think apart from it's not the best Alien. Okay, this is also something that's not it's something that's argued to this day, because there are people that love Alien, there are people that love Aliens better. So I personally like this.
James Cameron, right?
James Cameron, yeah. So the sequel was directed by James Cameron. That I like that one a little bit better than this one, and
that's the one with Sigourney Weaver. Is that right?
You're so dumb. You know, Sigourney.
Which one is Michael Fassbender in?
Come on, dude. You know, you said you liked Prometheus.
Oh yeah, you're
right. Dude, I'm looking at his
know.
filmography here, and he's got so much.
I know. I didn't realize half of this stuff. I feel like we're so underprepared to be able to talk about this. Like Kingdom of Heaven, I didn't realize. American Gangster, dude. What?
No, I know about those, but like for example, I didn't know he did Hannibal, and I didn't know he did G.I. Jane. I didn't know he did Thelma and Louise. Actually, I thought that was someone else.
The Martian, I knew. I liked The Martian. I think The Martian was great, and I read the book before I watched it. So I mean,
okay, yeah, I listened to the audiobook. It's good. The Martian's good. I think he has a couple duds in there. Robin Hood was not good,
dude. Wait, which one is that?
Robin Hood, the one with the guy from Gladiator. What's his name? Russell Crowe.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that. I thought you were talking about the new Robin Hood with Jamie Foxx. I like that one.
I don't remember that one. Oh my god, no, that was not good, dude.
You
like that one?
Yeah, dude, I loved it.
Bro.
Oh, I thought
you're kidding yourself. You're kidding yourself.
No, you're kidding yourself with this. With Alien, you're kidding yourself.
Okay, let's focus here, okay? Because Alien is a good movie. It's a good horror film. It's a really cool, unique way to.
Just so the listeners know, I'm not at all comparing the newest Robin Hood with Jamie Foxx and Taron Egerton and Alien. They're not at all the same. Like, obviously, that movie is trash, but I like it.
Anyways, so I enjoyed this movie, and I think Ridley Scott, as a second film, second feature film, he blows this one out of the water, and not only
out of the spaceship, even.
Yeah, where no one can hear you scream. Right. Oh, boom! We got it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it.
We can hang up the headphones now. Thanks for being a part of this journey with us.
This is a good season. I think this is it, though.
Let's wrap her
up. But okay, so
dude, you did not let me finish what I was saying.
Okay, fine.
How I started the episode.
I'm gonna take a drink of my water here.
There you go. Go ahead. I was saying I watched this movie and it was like Ridley Scott was unsatisfied almost. Like he made it. He finished this thing up and he was like, you know what? Didn't really dig that. I'm gonna try it again here. So then years later he made Prometheus, which now that I see it, like besides it being an origin story, it's like there are so many of like similar values in that there were in Alien. It was almost like a remake, except it was telling the story before, all the way down to like, Science Officer Ash and David, their demise being identical.
Sure. With the head coming off, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and maybe that was intentional to like connect people to the previous movie, but yeah. I love Prometheus.
I do too. Don't get me wrong here. I know there are a lot of people that hate Prometheus, especially like Alien fans, because Prometheus was. A lot of people thought Prometheus was going to be a sequel to Alien or something that's like totally, completely leading into the first Alien film, and it wasn't at all. Like Prometheus is a standalone, like doing its own thing kind of thing, setting up in the future, way in the future, because literally, I think if I'm remembering correctly, Prometheus happens I think a century before Alien does, or just under a century, something like that. I may be confused there, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
I think it's 200 years.
Oh, is it?
I think so, because Alien Covenant happens like 30 years before Alien.
Oh no, I think you're right. Actually, yeah.
It's like 200 or 300 years before Covenant, and then Covenant is like really close before the first Alien movie. Because I've seen Prometheus, Alien Covenant, and now Alien, which good for me. I watched them in the right order. I got all the information I needed beforehand to know what I was walking into.
You watched them in chronological order.
Right. So now I just got to keep going because I've got 3 more to watch.
If you've watched Prometheus and Alien Covenant, which you have, right?
Yeah.
If you've watched that too, then you got 4 more.
Well, I've seen Alien, or else I would be qualified.
You have 3 more,
make a podcast,
not including the Alien versus Predator series.
Yeah, so then that leads me to ask, do I have to watch Predators also? Because isn't there like 3 Predators?
I don't think you necessarily have to watch them to watch the Alien versus Predator series, but they're not like this. The separate stories don't correlate with each other whatsoever. So I don't think it's even worth. I mean,
That's
I don't know.
silly.
It depends, right? Like, do you like Arnold Schwarzenegger, like action flicks? Because that's what the first one is. It's like a blend between Commando and Alien, I guess, if you want to take it that way.
Oh, dude, you know what? I saw a Predator movie, but I think Dwayne the Rock Johnson was in it.
No,
Is that right?
No, I don't think so. Because there's Predator, and then there's Predator 2 with the dude from Lethal Weapon, Danny Glover. There's Predators that came out in 2010, which was with Adrian Brody, Topher Grace.
That
Lawrence
doesn't
Fishburne
sound
is
right.
in that one too. Yeah, and I don't believe Dwayne the Rock Johnson was in that. And then there's the Predator that came out in 2018 recently.
Dude, who's in that?
Directed by Shane Black.
This is the one that I saw.
This is the one you saw?
Yeah.
Okay,
I just saw that.
This does not have Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
No, I know. I see that now, but this is the one that I'm talking about.
Okay. There's that one dude that's in a lot of movies that nobody knows his name, and I'm looking at his name right now, and I still don't know his, like, I can't remember the last time I saw him.
Are you talking about Trevante Rhodes?
No, I'm talking about Boyd Holbrook.
Boyd,
yeah.
Boyd, oh boy.
He was in Gone Girl, apparently. I don't remember.
Dude, I don't know that I've
He
ever
was in
seen this guy
Narcos. That's
before.
what it was. That's where I remember him the most. And Logan. He was the bad guy.
Right. Yeah, this is absolutely the one that I saw. Yes.
Is this the one? Yeah. Thomas Jane is in this one.
Yeah, that's who I was getting confused with.
No.
No, it was Keegan Michael Key. He and Dwayne the Rock Johnson get mixed up. Maybe it's the bald heads and their tattoos are all the same.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's a good time.
So, anyways, what you were saying, what I was saying is that no, you don't need to watch the Predator unless you want Predator movies unless you want to.
I don't think I do.
No, yeah, I think you also can skip Alien Resurrection, and then if you absolutely want to, you can still watch Alien 3, directed by David Fincher.
Yes, I feel like I should watch that.
Yeah, I believe that was his first film. I mean, eventually we'll do a season on David Fincher, I'm sure. We both love him. So you could save it for that, because that one's a little bit controversial because there's a lot of hate for that one. And it's not
really?
It's definitely not his greatest film.
Is it hate
like,
towards the Alien franchise,
if you had to, like,
or is it
hate
towards
one of his
Fincher in
films,
general?
this would be it. What do you mean?
Like, is it hate towards Fincher because he did a bad
I
job,
see.
or is it hate towards the Alien franchise because?
No, I don't think Fincher did a terrible job here, and he was also very limited by the studio.
Yeah.
Mostly because it was his first film. Everything that he'd done before this was music videos and things of that sort. So, and commercials. So I think the studio didn't really have a lot of trust in him. But his visual style is very evident there, especially with the kind of music videos he was making in the 80s or the 90s. I think it was at this point. Like, for example, you know that 9 Inch Nails song "Closer." There's a video out. I don't know if you've watched it, but if you watch that music video and then you watch Aliens 3, there's a lot of similarities there. It looks so identical.
When did Closer come out?
I think it was in the 90s.
I see.
I don't remember exactly. But yeah, I think as far as it goes, the Alien franchise itself, but excluding the prequels, Alien and Aliens are the top two, and I think I wouldn't be angry with anybody saying either one of those being number one. You know what I mean?
Tell me about Alien Resurrection, because people hate that.
It's just awful.
Did you watch
Like,
that in your Saturday of?
No, yeah, I did. Here's the thing about the Alien franchise. Alien was supposed to be a standalone movie.
Okay. Well, I can tell. Yeah.
And it did so well, the studio wanted to make more money out of it. They did Aliens, which was done by James Cameron, who loved the first film, absolutely adored the first film. So he was very excited to do it and do it justice. And he did. It was very good. The end of Aliens is fantastic. It ends, and then Alien 3 picks up and undoes what the end of Aliens did.
Oh, really?
And a lot of people don't like Alien 3 because of that. But then the same thing, Alien 3 happens, the ending, it's a very conclusive. Alien Resurrection comes in and undoes what Alien 3 did.
Oh,
so
boy.
I think it's just like, all right, let it die, please, let it die, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah,
because it's just like you guys don't have a clear, you know, if you look at, for example, the Marvel universe, they know what's going to happen 6 movies down the line. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas they had no clue what they were doing with this franchise. They were just doing it per film. So, but going back to Alien, because that's what we want to talk about.
Well, here, let me ask you this. So
yeah, okay.
I came to Alien with fresh eyes, and I agree with you completely. It was supposed to be a standalone film, and it seems that way. You know what I mean? There was one moment in the film, and that's when everyone is dead at this point. Spoiler alert, after I say it. Everyone is dead except for Ripley. Yep, believe it or not. And
and Jones.
And Jones. That's where my question comes in, because there's one moment in the film where
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's set up to where you could question one aspect of it, and is like Jones carrying embryo or not. Is that the case?
But when would he have been impregnated, if you want?
Well, here's what we see. And
are you referring specifically to when Brett was trying to find Jonesy?
No. Who? No. I'm talking about at this point Ripley had already put Jones in the carrier, and the alien looked at Jones for a long time as if he was going to eat him. But
okay, you're talking about when Ripley went back to try to disarm the whole bomb thing. Yeah.
Is the cat carrying embryo in Aliens?
I could see how that may give that off. I think the alien is a lot smarter than it looks, especially when you think about I guess you have to watch. You've only watched Alien, correct?
Yeah. And now I have another follow-up question.
Well, I wasn't done. Hold on.
Yeah, no, once you finish your thing.
Okay.
I'm questioning everything now.
The aliens are a lot more intelligent than they look, and I think that scene is just kind of the alien like sizing up the cat, and it's like, all right, it's not gonna work if I put him in the cat. Right. And the reason I say that is because the cat's so small, and I don't think the embryo will survive. But also, in Alien 3, spoiler alert, in Alien 3, a dog gets impregnated, and the dog is huge. It's a huge dog. It's like a big dog. So it makes sense in that case. And also, what's interesting about that is that the aliens look different depending on what, like, if you remember back to Prometheus, at the end of Prometheus, the alien like comes out of the Titan or whatever you want to call them.
I remember.
And that alien species looked very different, but also you could also say that like that was a lot earlier on in the evolution of the alien species and the xenomorph. So I don't think they were complete xenomorphs yet. Like David still did a bunch of stuff to them in Alien Covenant before they became like the true xenomorph we see.
Yes, the
in
xenomorph.
Alien. But what I'm saying is that the dog in Alien 3, when the xenomorph came out of him, burst out of his chest. It was a totally different looking alien than normal.
Oh, really?
And that's another thing. In Alien Resurrection, the aliens, they try to make the aliens really smart and like almost like a humanoid version of the alien. And it was just terrible. But anyways, what was your second question?
Dude, my second question was, now all these questions revolve around the end of the film, because my question is like, it's also evident to me, not only because I've seen Prometheus and I know about how intelligent the engineers were. And that leads me to believe that the xenomorph, for lack of a better word.
No, that's the word. That's what they're called.
I've just now heard that many times. That leads me to believe that they have the ability to have advanced learning as well, and obviously they'd be smart. And the xenomorph in Alien, the original, in the emergency shuttle or whatever that he was hiding up in that it was hiding, or it was, I don't know what it was doing, but it didn't seem like hiding. It seemed like it was sleeping, like almost
sleeping, lurking,
lurking. Even
I can see that. So it does make me question the whole intelligent.
Well, what was it doing up there?
Aspect of it. Maybe it was just trying to hide and get back to Earth.
But Ripley was right
hitching
there,
a ride.
dude. Oh, you know what that reminds me of now that you say it?
It had to be that like he must have been sleeping or something, because once he falls onto the floor,
he's like
he sees her immediately and
Right.
tries to kill her. So it can't be that he
No.
didn't see her, doesn't
Right.
realize that she's a human or something like that, you know?
Have you ever seen Arachnophobia?
Yes. Oh my God. That's
Dude, you know when that's
so
oh my gosh.
that's so old.
Yeah, it's old.
What am I saying? This is from the 70s. Arachnophobia, I'm pretty sure it was in the 80s.
Was it?
80s or early 90s.
Dude, I just remember that spider in that coffin was like
God.
that alien trying to hitch a ride back to Earth. It's like that spider hitching a ride to
exactly.
small town
Across
Kansas
the
or whatever
world.
it was. Yeah. From Brazil, I think.
I don't remember if it was Brazil.
No,
but
it
yeah.
was.
Was it? It was like with the bananas, right? Or something like that?
No, it was with that dead guy.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, I'm thinking about, I think one of the Anaconda movies. They hitch a ride with like a banana.
That sounds right.
Anyways.
It's easy to get anacondas and bananacondas confused.
No, yeah. So I agree. It may be a little bit confusing there, but I think it is like just kind of hitching a ride, or maybe doesn't realize it. I think it was sleeping. It has to. I mean, the xenomorph has to sleep at some point, right?
I think so. That just seems so weird to me. And
what part?
Just that, like, I mean, we're not talking about this massive gap of time that's passed. We're talking about like 10 minutes since we saw this thing prior, and
with a cat.
Yeah, and now it's hiding in some sort of what? Like,
well, I mean, I think
compartment? I don't.
Yeah, I think it has to be some kind of intelligent being, right? Like, it has to be that it realizes that she's trying to escape or something like that, and like that's the compartment that the other two were like heading towards. That the xenomorph kills them, and then she's heading towards that compartment too. So it has to be like that. It's smart, and it's like just kind of waiting its time, kind of thing, you know, biding its time before it kills her. But sorry, I didn't answer the cat question. Like, I don't think the reason why I don't think the cat was impregnated with the embryo is because in aliens the cat they get back to Earth fine.
Oh,
does that make sense?
Oh yes, yeah.
So Ripley gets back to Earth.
That's what makes me think that the cat was impregnated, though, because I've seen Prometheus and Alien Covenant, and in Prometheus, they're talking about how the engineers, their end goal was to get to Earth, and then David goes on his spiel about how in order to create first, life has to be destroyed or whatever. So maybe that was like, maybe that was like the whole intention was this alien xenomorph knew that Jones was the chosen one, and they were headed back to Earth.
The chosen one.
So
I don't know. I don't think the xenomorphs know
the goal,
their purpose.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think when we're talking about Prometheus, I don't think the xenomorphs know their purpose. They're just like instinctually bound to like not kill, because it doesn't always kill, right? More often than not. Oh, you haven't seen the other movies, so it's kind of hard to explain. But in the other movies, we realize that the xenomorph isn't really killing these people. Actually, even in Alien, there's some deleted scenes. If you watch the director's cut, I think on HBO Max, there's also the director's cut there. There's a scene where Ripley, as she's trying to abandon ship, she finds Dallas, and somebody else, and realizes that they are like the xenomorph is taking them and keeping them, and then the eggs are there. There's like another egg on board, and the egg is supposed to, you know, hatch and then basically continue the cycle. Like Dallas was still alive, basically. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because that's what happened in Prometheus with the geologist,
right, exactly.
Remember?
But it doesn't totally make sense, and the reason why the scene was cut was because where did that egg come from?
Right.
And apparently the reason the place where the egg came from was that the xenomorph did something to one of the bodies before it died and turned it into an egg, which doesn't make sense at all.
Like Yoshi.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So
you know Yoshi from the Nintendo
so he cut
games?
Yes, I know Yoshi. That was my Mario Kart pick every time.
He turns things into eggs.
He does. So anyways, he cut that scene out. But basically in the future, Basically, in Aliens, James Cameron establishes, right, because the rules of this world isn't really set at the end of this film. So James Cameron has a lot of is able to have a lot of creativity
Freedom,
for the sequel. And he has so much freedom, and he basically creates that the only way where the place where the eggs come from is from the alien queen, the xenomorph queen. There's one queen, just like in a beehive would have, right?
Okay.
So I'm over here. I'm a geologist. What? No, not a geologist. What the heck?
No.
A biologist over here telling you how a beehive works.
Yeah.
But anyways, so there's an alien queen in the sequel, and that's where the eggs come from. And then the eggs hatch, and then they create more. So basically, the xenomorphs are taking them so that they can create more xenomorphs. They're not really killing them. So anyways, I don't know why I went on that rant to begin with.
I gotta tell you, none of that makes sense to me. I come from the camp of Alien should just stay Alien. Do all the movies before Alien you want, but let it end there. You know?
No, dude, you can't say that before watching them. You don't know.
I know. I'm telling you right now.
No, you have to watch Aliens, dude. It's really good.
So
it's
let me
James
ask you
Cameron.
this.
It's solid.
Well,
There's so many more characters
Fine.
you really become very lovable. And there's some really funny quotes in that movie too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really good. Bill Paxton's in it, bro. You have to watch it.
Oh, yeah, you convinced me. The new one, I know this is all supposition, but the new one is supposed to be a prequel as well.
What are you talking about? Alien Covenant?
No. Ridley Scott's contracted for another one still.
Oh, yeah. So, you know what's interesting? Last year, I think was 20-something anniversary. I don't know. An anniversary of Alien. And 30th anniversary?
It would have to have been the 30th.
30th, right?
Yeah.
No,
40th.
40th.
Shoot.
So it's the 40th anniversary last year. And what they did is they got a bunch of students to create short 10-minute student films, short films on aliens. Did you watch those? It's all on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw a couple of them. They're student films, so they're not fantastic, and they don't have really a real budget. So they rely a lot on what Alien did with you don't really see the alien until an hour into the movie.
Which really let's hold on to that because that's something I want to talk about.
Yeah, we could talk about it. But it works in the movie, but in a 10-minute short, it can fall flat, and it does with some of these shorts. But anyways, yeah, you're right. He is supposed to make one more movie. And it's funny because for a long time he was saying that he could make 6 prequels before reaching Alien, kind of full circle.
Right.
And finally, I guess people were just after Alien Covenant, people really hated Alien Covenant.
Oh.
So
yeah.
People hated Prometheus.
Dude, they
hated
Alien Prometheus.
Fans.
Yeah,
they hated Prometheus. And Alien Covenant came out and people really hated it. So I think he was like, okay, let's just do one more. Let's just reach Alien and be fine. That's it. So yeah, apparently at the end of this next one that's coming out, which I don't know when it's going to come out now due to the crisis.
Yes, global pandemic. Yeah.
But yeah, that one's supposed to basically end with kind of coming full circle with Alien, which is a real big time jump because I'm pretty, like you said, I think. How long is it between these
I think
two?
it's a short period between Covenant and Alien. I think it's a short period, just 10 or 20 something years. Gotcha. Whereas it's hundreds of years between Prometheus and Alien Covenant.
Right. Dude, man, I know we're supposed to be talking about Alien, but yeah, Prometheus was great. I really like the Alien Covenant as well, not because of I think there are a lot of flaws in Alien Covenant.
Yeah,
a ton of flaws, but the continuation of the storyline with the whole. David.
Yeah,
and,
dude.
What was her name? I can't remember her name. Ellen?
Who?
The girl in Prometheus, played by
Vickers. Was Charlize Theron?
No, the other one.
Oh, Noomi Rapace.
Yeah, Rapace. Who
her name is Ellie.
Ellie. Oh,
yeah.
I was close. Ellie. Okay.
Ellie.
Anyways, if you hear an airplane right now,
I hear it
right next to the airport. So
I hear it.
It's very loud. It's continuous.
Yes, I hear
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Alien Covenant. I love that whole storyline with like David and Ellie going to like the Titan world, basically, just to like obliterate them,
Right.
Since they know that they want to like obliterate the Earth.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what Ridley Scott does next.
Ridley
with that story.
Ridley Scott.
Ripley?
Yeah,
Well,
Ripley. You might
I wonder
be
if he
confusing
wrote
with
Ripley.
Sigourney Weaver.
Oh yeah, I wonder if he wrote Ripley as a little. Anyways,
Everyone writes themselves into their movies, you know.
I'm sure. It's funny that he wrote himself as this. Well, it's not. It's not that funny.
Okay.
I was gonna say. I think. Okay, let's get into the the nitty gritty of this movie.
I was just about to say, like,
because we're like 30 minutes in almost.
you said that you barely see the alien until what, like an hour and a half in, and even then, you still only see the alien 3 total times. You know what I mean?
3? No, there's more than that.
No, dude, it is a very small amount of times where you see
but
the
it's
alien
not 3.
itself.
It's more than that. Like we see the alien coming out of his chest.
I don't
which,
consider that to
by
be
the
the
way,
same thing.
Right, because the alien
I'm talking
goes so
about,
fast.
right.
So the next time we see him is when Brett is taken. When Brett's looking for
it's when he finds the skin, and then yeah.
So we see him then. We see the alien again when Dallas is in the air dust.
Yep, didn't like that. Didn't like that.
It's very quick.
I think I peed my pants. Okay. And then we see
it again.
When its mouth comes out. Its mouth comes out of its mouth. The first time we see that, it was oh shoot, I don't remember.
I know we see it a couple more times at the end.
Oh yeah, because then we see it when it's hiding in that luggage compartment, when it goes after the cat.
Yeah.
Anyway, I say all that to say that it was still a limited number of times, and
right.
I think personally, for me, the beauty of the movie, and not only that, but how I feel like it impacts the future of film is like this.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, I'm listening. I'm curious to see what you're gonna say.
This is really the first time we see like a spotlight on that idea of like, as the audience, we're left in anticipation of there is potentially this somewhere about to show
you're
up.
Saying,
you know
you're
what
saying
I mean?
the first time cinematically?
No, I'm not. Well, I'm not saying the first time, but I'm saying the first like major time cinematically that we see that concept of story building.
No, dude.
Oh, okay.
No. Jaws came out 4 years before this, and that's all Jaws is pretty much.
Yeah, but it's the same concept, sure, but I'm talking about like, yeah, whatever.
I'm just busting your balls.
Oh, on the radio.
But yeah, for sure, on public radio, bro. No, but for sure, like Jaws sets that tone. Alien, I think, takes. Well, if you want to really look at it, the way Alien came to be was pitched. The writer of Alien, Dan O'Bannon, he pitched Alien as Jaws in space.
Right, I read that.
So it totally makes sense.
What I'm talking about though is like the concept of you're in this confined space, not the ocean, not the ocean.
You can't escape. Really,
right?
Yeah,
and no one can hear you scream. Even it's not.
Dude, a
twofer, baby. All I'm saying is you're in this tight space, and it could be the next corner where you see something.
Right.
You know, like.
I mean, the way Dallas dies is exactly like that.
Right. Oh my
Ripley
gosh, right.
almost comes face to face with it. Like that whole scene is so intense.
Right.
Where she like kind of turns the corner, sees it, and like slowly backing away.
I think it's a big impact in that sense. Also, like
I agree.
Like it's
what makes it a horror movie.
It's a horror movie, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It's not. I mean, it's sci-fi themed,
right?
But
it's sci-fi, but it's a
movie.
Sci-fi horror.
This is not.
Sure.
This is not. This is not science driven. This is.
It's funny. It's funny that you say that because Aliens, the sequel, is a science fiction action film.
Yeah, and
it's not. It's the opposite. It's not a horror film at all. It's more of an action thriller kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Which I really think you need to watch down, bro. You're gonna have a good time. You need to open your mind, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably like watch the rest of them for sure. I'm really excited for Resurrection. I hear great things. But what I'm saying is like, what was I saying? Shoot.
You were talking about the horror aspect of the film.
Yeah, but what I was saying was I think, especially after seeing Prometheus and Alien Covenant, I think that's not necessarily what Ridley Scott was planning on. You know what I mean? Like, I think at the end of it, he was satisfied with what he had made. But
I disagree. I have to disagree with you.
I don't think he was shooting for a horror movie.
I don't think he really had the choice because he didn't really. The screenplay is done by Dan O'Bannon, and this is all in there. Like he meant to do all of this.
But
you know what I mean?
Okay, go ahead.
But I also think that Ridley Scott. There was only 2 scenes that weren't included in the film. Was that scene that I told you with her finding Dallas, which didn't make sense because she was trying to abandon ship, and then she like goes on a search for something that may not even be there, so it didn't make sense. So he cut it. And then the second scene, I can't remember right now what it was. So I think for the most part, he knew exactly what he was going for. There was only 2 scenes that he shot that weren't a part of the film. So it doesn't make sense to me that Ridley Scott didn't know what he was going for. I think he knew. And also because the alien itself doesn't look bad at all, especially like in shadows and things like that. It looks really good.
How do you mean it looks really good?
I mean, like
it looks good. Like,
for example,
they did a good job
one of the
making
reasons,
it.
Yeah. So, for example, one of the reasons why Jaws, you don't see the shark all that often is because it didn't look very realistic, and Steven Spielberg knew that it wasn't very realistic, and he wanted to instead use like the suspense element to keep it from being on film.
Would you consider Jaws a horror movie?
I do. I think so.
I don't know, dude. I think it's more of an ocean fiction.
What? Is that a new genre you just created?
Like Finding Nemo.
Stop it.
Or like The Aquatic Life of Steve Zissou.
Oh, God.
Ocean fiction.
Like open water.
Oh, dude, what's that movie with LL Cool J? That was ocean fiction.
Dude. Deep Blue Sea. Oh, I love that movie.
Is that the one where there was like
deepest blue as my head,
like a shark's fin? Oh, dude. Is that the one where like 300 people almost died on set?
Oh, what? I didn't know about that.
No, Waterworld.
Oh, yeah. That was Waterworld. Dude, you know what? Waterworld is one of those movies that
ocean fiction
has my heart. It has my God. It has my heart, dude, because it's nostalgic. Like my dad loved that movie, so we would watch that movie every once in a while, and it's just
apparently
just
what I hear of BTS behind the scenes. It has almost.
You sure you're not talking about
a lot of people's hearts.
You're not talking about the Korean pop, the
right.
K-pop band.
Yeah.
No?
Every time I see that on Instagram, BTS behind the scenes, all I can think is because my sister loves K-pop. All I can think is, are they talking about this music group?
Honestly, this K-pop group has ruined like behind the scenes for me because I used to just Google or like go on YouTube and search like I don't know
BTS,
Jaws, BTS,
yes. And now it's like the newest BTS hit single, Jaws. Yeah.
Anyways, what were you saying?
Yeah.
Okay, dude. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
No, you go, please.
Yeah, I don't know. I Alien is good, but I'm telling you right now, like. I think that it. Yeah, I think that
I disagree. I think he knew what he was doing. I mean, if you think about it, even like the score, everything is done like precisely as like this building the tension in each scene. So I don't think Ridley Scott just stumbled into this horror film. I think he was intentional and he did it. I think he did it great.
Yeah, it's interesting.
With you.
It's interesting you say that.
What?
All of that you said. It's interesting. All of it.
Just in general, or you're gonna give me like something?
No, I mean I don't necessarily have a reason. It just doesn't feel that way to me.
That's interesting that it doesn't. Dude, I'm so surprised that you didn't like this movie.
Dude, why do you keep saying that? You're gonna make our massive following hate me. You're gonna make all of our 200,000 listeners unsubscribe.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I'm surprised. But anyways, you know what is interesting though, because I haven't seen Alien, in I don't know how long. It's been a really long time since I watched Alien, other than this past week when I watched all of them.
Did you watch Prometheus and Alien Covenant too?
Yeah, I did. But I was very surprised watching it this weekend that like they have big players in this cast. Like, yeah, Sigourney Weaver.
Oh my gosh.
I keep saying Sigourney, don't I? Did I do it again?
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver.
Jesus, why did I do that?
Idris Elba.
No, dude. No.
Oh, Harry Dean Stanton, dude. Rest in peace. That was crazy. I didn't realize he was in that.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like watching it back this time, I thought his character. I thought Brett was the android. I forgot that it was Ian Holm. Totally.
Oh yeah,
seriously.
Dude. And also,
and you didn't even know that there was an android in this one,
Bilbo
did you?
Baggins, dude.
Yeah, Ian Holm.
No, Bilbo.
No, okay. Anyway, John Hurt is in this, bro. Yeah, I forgot dude, John Hurt also, is like the.
Let's talk about like John Hurt in his heyday. What a superstar! He was just killing. Yeah, I knew that there was an android in that. In this, I didn't know who it was though, and I started to realize it very quickly once like he let them in. I was like, oh shoot, yeah, that's like I'm watching David's character right now. Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Like, and that's why I say that about Prometheus and Alien. It's
that's
like
why you shouldn't have watched Prometheus before. That.
I know, and maybe that's where my perception of the film that Ridley Scott feels like he made a mistake almost because like Prometheus to me is what Alien should feel like.
No, I disagree.
Dude, let me finish before you just
I disagree.
Bro.
I disagree, dude, bro. I disagree.
Why don't you listen to your airplanes fly over? Shoot. What I'm saying is I think that Prometheus is sci-fi. Like when I think about sci-fi as a genre, Prometheus is like the pinnacle of that. It's like
no, not the pinnacle.
No, it is. That's what to
pinnacle?
Me. Yeah, dude. Like Prometheus.
No, bro. Pinnacle is like it's the top of the like
I'm telling you
of the crop.
I'm not telling you the top. I'm telling you like the pinnacle of what I imagine sci-fi to be. I'm not saying it's the best sci-fi out there. I'm just saying like it incorporates everything. It's all encompassing, I should say.
Okay, yes, but it's just you're just talking about. I agree.
I'm saying
Prometheus
I'm saying
has
aliens,
the sci-fi
I'm saying action. I'm saying space. I'm saying
I agree.
New
I agree with
worlds.
that. I agree with that.
Saying,
but Aliens is not just sci-fi; it's a sci-fi horror, dude, and that's exactly what it is.
And
it's
the second one. We're talking about the first
Alien
one right now. Jeez, do you even know these movies? Do you even get this channel in Orlando?
Listen, speaking of aliens, do I even get this channel? Speaking of aliens, I think as far as like sequels go, Aliens is one of the best sequels out there. Because like on par with freaking
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight is a great one. On par, I was gonna say The Godfather 2.
Yes, very good.
Because and the reason why I say that is because it delivers on everything that that Alien promises, and everything that Alien sets up, Aliens delivers and goes further. It's the same reason why when we were doing season 1 and we talked about Blade Runner 2049, we were like, I think this is better than the original.
I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that.
Bro,
I refuse to believe that.
I'm sorry, but go back
I
listen
I agree
to our
the
episode on 2049, and you literally
I agree with that one. I still agree with that wholeheartedly.
Right.
I'm saying I refuse to believe that about aliens. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I cannot see a world where Alien.
It's because you don't like Alien
for anything. Please,
no.
Dude,
okay, no. I understand. I understand.
Just fine.
No. Okay, fine. I understand what you're trying to say. I understand the point you're trying to make. With Alien was a standalone film when it was made. I agree.
I don't like that patchwork job. I don't like that they're taking something that
no.
Obviously,
it worked for Aliens though. That's what I'm saying. James Cameron, I think, was so devoted to what Ridley Scott and Dan O'Bannon had created that he wanted to keep up with that and didn't want to go against anything that happened in the previous movie, and just built off of that. And he created something very special, also a standalone film if you wanted it to be. Anyway, also something that could be a standalone film, but it builds off of the first one. It builds off of the momentum of the first one. It adds more characters with more diversity in there, and it gives a better story to Ripley as well. Because the end of this film, Ripley is obviously she's had a story arc. She went from being a more civil, very down to earth, but also kind of like in check with her own things. She would at times like come up with those leadership decisions, like the quarantine thing, right?
Well, it's because when Dallas is off ship and Ash is off ship, she is in charge.
She's in charge, correct.
Have you heard?
But here's the thing: if let's say after Aliens, let's say in Alien 3, let's jump forward, because here's the thing: James Cameron made her a badass in Aliens, a complete badass. Like she takes no shits. So when
she
it
didn't
comes
really
to
have an option. I think when Alien was gone, when it was over, that was who we as the viewers knew her to be. Like I don't think that I would have known a Ripley without that, you know?
Yeah, but at the same time, like she takes extraordinary steps at the end to do what she had to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like she had some sort of story arc, I think, especially with, yes, she didn't have like this whole authority over her, so she could do whatever she wanted at that point. But I think in Aliens, she is not the authority figure in that film at all. There's a bunch of people that are, you know, leading the charge, and she decides to take the charge. That's why I wish you had watched Aliens so we could actually talk about it a little more. But what I'm saying is that James Cameron goes above and beyond what was expected at all. So I have to commend Aliens. I can say the rest of the series are total dog shit, but
dude, no. This is about Ridley Scott. This is not about your favorite James Cameron.
No. My favorite James Cameron, what?
Your favorite James Cameron. That's it. That's the end of the sentence. Everyone
James
knows
Cameron
that Titanic is your favorite movie, closely followed behind by Avatar, Flight of Passage. Anyway, this isn't about Aliens. It's about Alien. And
I agree.
And I'm going to stand by the fact. That Ridley Scott didn't intend this to be marked as a horror movie today.
I have to hard disagree with you.
You know what's, if only he was still funny with us so we could ask him.
You know what's funny? He this is why I think that Ridley Scott meant to do everything that's in Alien, because 20th Century Fox came to him when one of the, I think it was the 30th anniversary, came to him and was like, we want you to do a director's cut of Alien. And he was like, okay. He did it, and what he did was add those two scenes that were missing. And he disowned his own director's cut. Like right away. He was like, my cut was a theatrical cut. I just did this because they asked me to.
Yeah.
So I have to disagree. Like I think Ridley Scott knew what he was doing, meant to do everything he did for Alien, and he meant to make it a horror movie. I have to disagree with you on that. And yeah, it may look a little silly because he never made another horror movie again. But this is a sci-fi first and foremost. No. Yes, it's a horror movie, but it's a sci-fi.
No,
dude.
It's not, and that's why I don't
like
it.
Bro, if that's not the case, it wouldn't be on this list. We wouldn't be talking about it right now.
I made the list before I had seen the movie.
Oh God, come on, dude. I have to disagree with you.
No, that is the facts. We made the list before I had seen it.
No, I disagree.
No, we had done that.
No, because here's the thing, dude. You can't say that because you can go to watch Aliens and be like, this is not a sci-fi movie, it's an action movie. Like,
no, I guess you're right. The themes, the fact that
it's like, okay, you're gonna watch Die Hard and say it's just a Christmas movie and not an action movie. It's an action movie before it's a Christian movie.
There's a ton of Christian movie. It's a Christian movie, dude.
Christmas movie. Did I say Christian the first time too? God,
I think Die Hard is actually a prequel to God's Not Dead. And I Still Believe, all in the same universe. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Now that I'm looking at the box that sits across the room for me of all of the Alien movies, I have to agree with you that he intended it to be a horror movie because the tagline is "In space, no one can hear you scream."
No one can hear you scream, which he created that tagline.
You're right, dude. You're right. I pour one out for you, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just gonna get a drink of this water bottle.
Lap it up. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
And you're right. Also, here's what I'm saying though. I'm not saying that Alien is not a sci-fi movie. I'm saying that before that, it's a horror movie, and then secondly, it's sci-fi.
I disagree.
Yeah, I know you do. I've heard.
I disagree, and the reason why I disagree is because I hate that you're doing this, bro, because it doesn't make sense with your thinking. You're saying that Ridley Scott didn't mean to make a horror movie.
No, I'm telling you he
but
did.
It's a horror movie before sci-fi.
No, I'm telling you he did. It's evident to me now, seeing the tagline, that he did mean to make a horror movie. It's just confusing to me because every other thing that he made revolving around aliens so far is science fiction.
Okay, so the reason he did that was not because he wanted to fix what he had done with Alien. So in reality, he was going to make a prequel to Alien. I think it was supposed to be the after Aliens. It was supposed to be the third film, or even after Alien 3, I think. I can't remember exactly when the timeline was. But he meant to do a prequel to Alien, and then it never came to fruition. I don't know what, I can't remember right now what it was.
Didn't it come to fruition?
Happened that kept it. No, I mean for like years and years and years, it just wasn't happening. Okay. Nothing was working. So then finally, he decided to go with Prometheus and created the story of Prometheus with some, I can't remember who wrote Prometheus with him.
Let me look at the box here. I'll tell you.
But originally, I forget that
Prometheus.
The box right there.
Does it say?
John Spaihts.
John Spaihts.
And Lindelof.
And Lindelof.
Yeah. So, anyways, he brought them in to help him create the whole thing, but I know that for a long time he wanted to do Prometheus as a prequel, and again, like I don't believe that he saw Alien as a mistake. You know what I mean? Especially because it wasn't his creation. Like, yes, he directed the film. Yes, he had a ton of say into how it looked and all of that. But he didn't write the movie. And what I'm saying is that what's his name?
O'Bannon.
Dan O'Bannon. Dan O'Bannon wrote a ton of movies. So the way Alien came to be is that Dan O'Bannon wrote a bunch of movies, and then he just couldn't get any of them to land. A bunch of screenplays. He wasn't able to get any of them to land. And one of his writing buddies was like, "Why don't you just like put a little bit of all of these into one?" And that's how it came.
That's what it seems like.
I mean, yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what it seems like.
So I can't say that Alien was Ridley Scott's mistake. You know what I mean?
I see. It's Dan O'Bannon's mistake.
Oh my god, dude. I'm so tired of you.
No,
I can't believe you don't like this movie.
I am about to reach through my camera lens and scream at you. I'm telling you right now, I don't dislike Alien. I like it fine.
You hate this movie, dude. You hate
I'll
this
watch
movie.
it again if I need to. Like, I'll watch it again if I want to. Heck, I'll watch it again even if I don't wanna. I'll watch it again. But
I think if there was a hell and you were to go to hell, it would be like this movie on repeat because I know you hate it so much.
Oh my gosh. No, dude. No. I'm fine with this movie, dude. I'm fine with it. I think it's great. Okay. I think it's great. I think it's great even. Here's one thing I'll say.
Tell me how much you love this movie.
Yeah, dude, it's great. It's my favorite Alien movie.
The only one you've watched?
I saw Prometheus and Alien Covenant, and I think both of those are
but
great.
they're prequels. They're not
also in a different genre.
Oh my god!
I do think that
this conversation is exhausting.
When did this come out? 82? Is that right?
79.
79.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Blade Runner 79. Came out in 82, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that 79, 2 years after Star Wars came out. Set design is phenomenal. I think the movie looks great.
Well, okay. Sorry, can I give you a little bit of history here?
No.
Oh, okay,
go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
So 77, Star Wars comes out. It is an incredible film that stands to this day. And back then, it made a ton of money.
Okay.
Everybody loved that movie. Everybody and their mom went to watch that movie, right? So studios were scrambling. They were like, we need something in space. We need sci-fi. And the only script that 20th Century Fox had that had anything to do with space or sci-fi was Alien.
Okay.
So that's why they like the reason why the set looks so good. And also, it wasn't only because of that, right? Like they had a big budget because of that, because they wanted to make it a good movie, a good sci-fi movie to kind of get with the times, basically. But Ridley,
Oh my goodness,
doing that. Ridley Scott got the film. He accepted the job, and when he took it back to London and was working with the art director for the film, who was actually a painter, if I'm not mistaken.
You aren't mistaken.
There you go. And he worked with him on these like the concept art for what the film would be, and brought it back to the studio, and the studio was like yes, and then gave him like $200,000 more.
Yeah, and that's evident. Like it as far as like production design, set design, all of that stuff, like it looks really good.
Yeah,
and
it's
I mean
incredible,
even the I mean it was a costume, right? Somebody acted as Alien, like that. The xenomorph even. And like the chest burster, that was actual.
Yeah, there was somebody in that one too. There was a real person in there.
Well, yeah. Just a hand, right? Just a hand, not a full.
Oh, you know what's really cool about
face,
that scene?
Right? Not a full head. There was a body.
No, it was an embryo, bro. It was a baby.
Oh, there was they hired a baby to play that
role. The scene when like the embryo, the alien, whenever it bursts out of his chest, the chest burster.
That was a
that's
baby,
what it's technically called. And it runs across the table. That was a baby.
Oh boy, I'm just thinking about Baby Geniuses when you say that. My second favorite sci-fi movie.
Classic.
Yeah.
But that scene with the chest burster, Lambert, I can't remember the actress that played her, but Lambert didn't know that was gonna happen.
Oh, that was her actual reaction.
That was her actual reaction. And Ridley Scott was like, make sure you like are pointing a camera at her. Make sure that the blood gets splattered in that direction. Like wanted to get her like pure reaction.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that was great. The face sucker thing, that looked great.
Yeah.
What did they call that? The face sucker?
I don't I think it's face hugger.
Face hugger. Whatever. That looked great. All these made up names for made up things that are actually just fake face suckers. Xenomorph face suckers.
You hate this movie, dude.
I don't. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, like, this is all just made up shit. Like, I mean, any movie is, but it's just like, whatever. Like, it's good. I love Alien, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think it's great.
Okay, fine. I will say that, like, Ridley Scott, man, like, he goes from this and then Blade Runner. Like, at the end of Blade Runner, he's got 3 movies in his filmography. All 3 of them are great.
There's a couple between that and Blade Runner.
It's not. Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a couple of things on his. Dude, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. You know, now you got me thinking. Out of all of Ridley Scott's work, I think I like this the least.
Have you watched all of his work?
All that I've seen. I mean, Gladiator, Blade Runner,
bro.
Hannibal.
No, have you watched a Russell Crowe Robin Hood? Because that movie is not.
No,
good.
I said all that I've seen.
Oh, you haven't seen it then.
Right. Prometheus.
Then you haven't
Alien,
seen Exodus either.
Covenant. What is Exodus?
You haven't seen Exodus, Gods and Kings,
no.
right?
I didn't know that was him. No, that sucks. No, that's way worse. Yeah. So
no, I have to disagree
dude,
with you,
Exodus.
Bro. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you right now, that movie came out.
No, I'm not talking about Exodus. I'm talking about Alien.
Didn't it?
2014. Yeah.
Dude, what? That movie was all practical effects, and I mean, this movie was. Alien was all practical effects, and it looks awesome.
It was, yeah.
And Exodus,
incredible,
looks like trash, dude. It looks like trash. Like, I can't even imagine that his hands touch that, and he's at all happy. I feel like, yeah. Go ahead. Yep. No, it's good.
Hey, but what I'm saying is that, like, can you believe? No, bro. Are you sure that there's movies between this Alien, Blade Runner, and The Duelist?
There was some stuff on his filmography. Let me go check because I thought that there was for sure
I don't think it was
at least
filmed,
one
though. I don't think it was
film.
like not as a director.
At least one. He's done a lot of production work, hasn't he? Jeepers.
Yeah, he has.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you here. Okay, so we got Alien. And then he did a Chanel No. 5 commercial in '79.
Okay, stop. I'm done.
He did
I don't want to hear all that.
A second Chanel No. 5 commercial.
I'm like, can we stop?
And then he did an Avalon music video.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, here it is. Blade Runner. Right after all of those commercials that he did.
Yeah, so he did the Duelist, Alien, Blade Runner. How can you go 3 for 3?
No, he didn't. He went 2 for 3 because Alien is in there.
Oh my God. See, you do hate this movie, dude.
No, I like it just fine. I'm just razzing your berries, buddy. I'm just giving you the old berry razz. No, it's good. It's good. For what it is.
No, you hate this movie. I can't believe
gosh.
this. I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Dude, no one is arguing with you that Ridley Scott is he's God among men. He's a legend. He's a gladiator even. He is a modern day Robin Hood. He's a xenomorph, for lack of a better word. Even he is a blade.
Is he a Martian,
runner, dude? He is a Martian. He's a Prometheus, dude.
Does he happen to be an American gangster?
Indeed.
Or a matchstick man?
He is all of the above, my friend. No one is arguing that. He's a duelist in competition with the Spielbergs of today.
Dude, speaking of duelists, have you watched Duelist?
No.
It's really good, and I'm really interested because he's making a movie that's in post-production right now called The Last Duel.
Yeah, I see that, dude.
And I don't think that they're related, but it gets me interested for sure.
I don't know Queen and Country, dude, but the other 3 movies that he has in production are sequels.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, the Prometheus sequel or Alien Covenant sequel. What else?
Does he do things that aren't sequels, or is it just like remakes? Dude, he did Body of Lies too. I love Body of Lies.
Yeah, that one's good, bro. How exciting is it that we're getting 2 movies back to back? Ridley Scott.
Super exciting, dude. 2 just showstoppers, Alien and Blade Runner. Oh my gosh.
Hey, you know what? Do you have anything else to say?
No, I don't.
No?
Truthfully, I had nothing else to say about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, because you hate this movie.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think we covered pretty much all the bases on this movie. Next week, we're, like we said, another Ridley Scott. We're doing Blade Runner.
Yeah.
And not only is it another Ridley Scott and probably a better Ridley Scott movie.
Not probably. Absolutely.
If you are Brandt.
Yes, absolutely it is.
But it's one of the better sci-fi films of all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. It sets the stage for so many in the future. Like it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Hey, there is one thing I meant to say about Alien, because we had watched Solaris last week, and we had talked about how Solaris is so different on their space, their view of space. It's so different from 2001. 2001 being very clean, very like sterile.
Right.
And then you come into Solaris and everything's very disorganized, things all over the place. But you come into Alien and the ship feels so lived in.
Yeah.
There's same thing, like wiring is everywhere, like the walls are dirty, like everything is very lived in. It feels like a mining vessel, you know what I mean, which is what it is.
Is it?
And I can't help but
I thought it was a towing vessel.
Right. Oh, was it a towing vessel?
I think so.
I thought it was a mining vessel. Anyways, I can't help but wonder if Ridley Scott had any kind of inspiration from Solaris.
I got to be honest, dude. Actually, it's funny you say that. It's tough to land this plane, but I think that Alien so far in our season, I think that depiction of what space travel 100 years from now would look like is probably the most accurate. Like,
right.
I think that's spot on. I mean, Solaris in a way, but think about why the spaceship in Solaris was disheveled, right? They were losing their minds.
Yeah.
This is lived in. Like
Definitely.
Brett and whatever that other guy's name was. I can't remember, the one who was always complaining about his cut of the
Parker, I think?
right. I mean, they lived down there. Like that was their space. And like,
I agree.
I think it's super accurate. I think as far as that is concerned, yeah, he hit the nail on the head, and good on him for like, that's I think that aspect of it is super immersive, and like he put a lot of thought into how he wanted to project that. So
I agree with you. Yeah.
And I think Ridley Scott probably has his hand on production design like pretty heavy.
He did on this for sure.
Yeah.
And it's funny you should say that, because if you like that in this one, bro, it goes all across the series.
Oh man,
and so
the ship just gets
I'm
more
sure
and more lived in.
you'll...
I can't wait. Oh boy, I'm excited.
But anyways, yeah, guys, if you guys enjoyed this episode, which I mean, if you liked Alien and
yes,
then you probably enjoyed it. But if you are someone like Brandt who hates and abhors Alien, you probably should have steered clear.
I don't abhor.
Maybe you're looking forward to next week's. If you hated this episode, maybe you're looking forward to next week's episode.
Yeah,
where we analyze a little bit of Blade Runner. We're both really excited for it. It's
absolutely
probably one of our favorite films, right?
Absolutely.
So if you guys liked this episode and have something to say, comment it down below or send us a voice message.
Jump on our social media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at 2_35 media to keep up with content. We're posting things about these films that we're reviewing and much more.
Yeah, if you disagree with Jwow's perspective on Alien, like some of us do, hit that DM. Until next time, Blade Runner.